Hi guys, it's Dale with the insurance. Today we're going to talk about an article that's it's a policy that's not kind of legal in every state. So carriers don't enact it all across the country. You can, but they don't. But in states where it is legal, then you may have crossed this. It's also a way that you can save some money. The title of the article is "When Will You Have Excluded Drivers on Your Car Insurance Policy?" Right? So, like I said, you can proactively exclude drivers from your policy, or in states where it's legal, your carrier could say, hey, we would like you to exclude this individual. Now, it's in this kind of in the same vein of everybody that's of driving age or licensed needs to be listed on your policy, right? Because the assumption from the carrier is they can drive, you guys live in the same household, it's very probable that this person will drive your car. So they want to incorporate that in their analysis of the risk, right? In this aspect, if a carrier says, hey, we want this person excluded, then it's typically because that person is an outsized risk for the carrier, right? So they have a DUI, they have too many claims on their driver's license, their license is suspended, something that makes the carrier believe that that they'll be paying a large claim if they cover this person. Now, from your standpoint, you obviously can request a person to be excluded for relief and rate, right? So like if it's a teenager, then obviously if that teenager is covered under your policy, or assumed to be covered under your policy under the same household, let's say, then the rate is going to increase substantially. If there's a person that you know that you live with that has a bad driving record, you can specifically exclude them, and it may help your rate. All that being said, you can also say, you know what, I no longer want this person excluded. I want to add them to the policy. Perhaps the person used to have a DUI, time has lapsed, it's been expunged from their record, and then it's not kind of black and white. The carrier will have the last say on if they add that individual, but you can certainly request it. Another, and this is just a bit of advice, if a person is excluded, if we're realistic, then we know there are some times where it's a emergency and even the person that's excluded needs to drive your car, right? Just know, if you allow them to drive the car, it will no longer be in your power in terms of providing coverage, right? It's then up to the carrier to analyze the situation and then offer coverage should something happen because that person is specifically excluded. Okay? Hopefully this was helpful, guys. Thanks for stopping by. We'll chat next week.